Hello there, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you the 5 most OP eject locations here on the main map for Pokemon Unite. So there's a few people out there who have discovered some of these, and I definitely recommend that if you're going to be running eject, which most people probably should, it's still probably the most powerful item out there, but you really want to know these guys because they're pretty useful, they're pretty important, and they can get you out of some tough spots. Some of these I've only discovered pretty recently, but I'm going to show you basically from least important to most important, the best ones. So you got to stay tuned if you're going to find out the best eject locations on this map. And if you have other opinions, other ones that you kind of want to show me, feel free to let me know what they are, because I definitely think that there's more out there probably that I haven't discovered yet. But I have found quite a few, and we're going to turn move cooldowns off so we can have permanent eject buttons. And this is number one. Number one, the first one that I want to show you guys is actually this one. It's a pretty simple one. Maybe you're fighting for Dreadnought, maybe you're just fighting down here in general. You get caught down here. You can make it to this wall. You can jump over that wall pretty well. It's got a pretty decent walk around time for anybody else, and there's very few other abilities that can actually leap people over that are inherently with Pokemon. Of course, Zero is one of those with Volt Switch, but this is a pretty good one. And depending on your angle, you can also get into the bush with this one, which is really nice. It can kind of cut off some of the potential follow-up that the enemies can do. So that's a good one right there for you if you're looking for a quick escape from the bot. All right, there's some more though, and another one is that's actually going to be over here. So let's just get over here as fast as we can. Boop, 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 boop. All right. This one's a pretty obvious one, but this flash right here, this eject is really pretty clean, because the alternative is that your enemy has to go really far around. Look at this walk time to go around this obstacle right here. It's a lot of walk time to get around. So obviously, if you have a Zora and you don't mess it up, that's funny. I actually was unable to Volt Switch from there properly, but am able to flash over there pretty properly. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. Something like this on the edge is not very good because your walk time is way less, but if you can get into the middle and get a good flash over there, the walk time is a long time to catch up to you. And that's basically what Eject is supposed to be doing as an escape tool, at least, which I recommend saving it for escapes most times. It's supposed to be kind of increasing the amount of time that it takes for them to get to you. Here's number 3 right here. This is a good little edge to jump over. You can get a bit of extra distance. You got to be careful because you kind of have to be going a little bit in about that angle right there if you're going to be coming across. Any more than that, ooh, that's not bad. You're going to start failing them. But as long as you're getting more than halfway through that, you should be pretty good to get to the other side. So that's a good one. It's not my favorite. What I like about it is that it's pretty easy to hit. And especially coming from this downside, I think the downside is way better than the upside, honestly. I don't know why that is, but look at that. You can get a pretty decent chunk off. And then in addition, you're also in the bush. So if somebody's launching from this platform, you're probably in some trouble. But if they're just chasing you, if they're following you, you're in some pretty good location here. So you just got to be careful that you're hitting it at the right angle. About halfway through, that's perfect right there. That's a really good one. I'm not even sure if you can get back quite from this side at that angle. It'd be tough. You got to get past that halfway point. So from the downside, it seems a little bit better than the upside, but that is a really good one as well when you're looking for a quick escape. The other one right here, boom. Oh, missed that one a little bit, but if you hit it right, oh goodness me. There you go. It's a tough one to hit right, and it's a tough one to hit right when you're on the run. But when you do hit it, look at that distance that you cover. It's really pretty clean. It doesn't give the most wraparound time as, like, say, this one does up here, but it is quite significant, and perhaps more importantly, it could be hit on the run really pretty nicely, go in behind for dunks, so on and so forth. It's a really pretty clean flash right there. Again, just kind of pointing out that you have to be more than halfway. It has a little bit of a benefit depending on what side they're running on. If they're on the south side of you, that's a really nice move because they have a lot longer to go, a lot further to go. If they're on the north side of you, they're still pretty screwed. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be missing it and ending up on that corner side right there because you don't get a lot of distance. You really want to make sure you're hitting that all the way through. As you can see, the coolest part about Eject sometimes is that it doesn't go to the other side. This does not go all the way to the other side. It's just mostly to the other side, and that's enough. So that is the 4th one I wanted to show you, and then the 5th one is actually This one is a really recent discovery of mine, and it's by far my favorite. We're going to come up here for it because I find the cleanest one is coming down. This one's a little bit tougher, but you get a lot of distance with this one if you hit it right. Look at that. Look at how much distance you chunk off with that. Now, there's a negative side to it, which is that people are already kind of going in this direction. But they're following you here, and if they don't have their flash up, they got to go all the way around, and that's where you left off. So you get a pretty decent amount of distance from it, and what I have found is that it's a very clean feeling flash. I don't hold it, I don't buffer it, I just kind of tap it, and as long as I'm still running in that direction towards that corner, it goes off most times without a hitch. So that's a very cool one as well. I have found that it's definitely tougher to do from this upward side, but it's still very much so possible. The biggest thing is that you just have to make sure that your angle is not too steep, because if it's too steep like that, if you're running towards like that middle side, you're not going to get it. And you got to be basically bumping up against that wall and coming down from and hitting that angle at basically directly into the center of that corner right there. So that is another really, really strong one. You got to imagine you're being chased here. They're like, where's he going? What's he going to do? And then you just go pop. You got it. You're so far away that unless they have a follow-up, they're not really getting to you. Out of curiosity, let's try with my Volt Switch to see if somebody could follow with a Volt Switch. That looks like it should be possible. Yeah. Believe it or not, although Volt Switch looks like it's there, it's actually not. This is what my point is like, Eject has this where I can actually eject there, but not Volt Switch there. Go figure. So one of those really nice clean areas right there for you. Eject button, very useful. Just make sure that when you are using it, you're trying to get the most out of it as possible. It is a pretty long cooldown. You can flash for a kill. I suggest using the eject for a kill if you're securing a very powerful kill like their carry or something. I wouldn't flash for most other kills. And it kind of also depends on the state of the game as well. Ooh, missed that one. Got that one. So, but that's a really good one right there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and you learned some cool different areas to kind of get some nasty flashes. This is one of my favorites. Just boop. Just feels clean. Just feels clean to do that one. But hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned some cool flashes. And we'll see you guys next time. That's a tough one right there. But when you get it, it's not bad. All right. Good game.